recording. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Chris and Lucinda dialing in from Johannesburg.
Welcome.
Where we were in 24 hours ago, we were in the UK. As many of you know, we were in the UK, did the London event. And yes, we're back in South Africa now. And going to be doing our country-wide tour. But so let's jump right into tonight's training. We are talking about something a little bit different. We're calling it your line of sponsorship. And I got a few messages from people over the last 2 days saying, "What is line of sponsorship? What does that mean?" I said, "Come on to the training, and we're going to explain it." So, as we all know, in the network marketing industry, you've got different types of structures. Now, I'm going to jump a little bit further back. As we know, the industry was created, listen to this, guys, in 1889. The industry is 136 years old, 136-year-old industry that we are in, a tried and tested industry. And in the beginning days, it used to be called uni-level. Now, what uni-level means is, as an example, so I'll sign up person number A. So I sign this person up and they get a team and they start building their structure. Then I personally sign up person B, and then they sign up people and they get their structure going. And then you sign up person C, person D, person E, and as it goes on. And in the old days, they used to be ring-fenced from each other. So they didn't have anything to do with each other at all. So they were independent of each other. Now, as network marketing has evolved, we now have what we call the binary structure. And I think that was developed probably about 20 years ago. And the first time I saw the binary structure linked with your uni level, I call it the eighth wonder of the world. Because the way binary works is, what does binary in essence mean? Binary means, anybody? Yep. Binary means two. So the way it works is you growing two legs. So you got two teams, a left team and a right team. So when you're signing a person up, even though they're on your first level, so anybody that you share your link with and they personally sign up using your link, they are what we call your first level. But what happens is you're either going to put the person on the left or on the right, but they'll always remain your first level person. But what's going to happen is in between, so you've got the two sides. So in between, you've got people that are going to be signing people up, and you get the concept called spillover. A spillover is a concept of a waterfall, where I've seen it where people have signed up and about 2 months later, I get a message and they say, "Chris, I've got 78 people on my left leg or on my right leg. Where do these people come from? I haven't signed anybody up yet." Say, "Thank you, Upline, and thank you to Spillover." That's what that means. But I'm not going to go too in depth into the actual structure of it. That you can have a look at the 42-minute compensation plan 101 video clip. But what happens is, so you've got your first level people. So you got your left leg and you've got your right leg. And that's what you call a sponsorship line that starts running down. Now, the way LifeWave is growing at the moment, it's just absolutely insane. LifeWave is on an exponential growth curve, and a lot of people are signing up very quickly. And what we found is there's a lot of orphans. That's the word that I want to use. People are getting signed up, and they don't know what the next step is. They don't know what the next thing to do is. You might get a person that is quite new. They've signed a person up, and they don't know how the business works. So what happens is you've got an upline that is not experienced yet in the business. So what then happens is you've got to go up. You got to go up in your line of sponsorship. So if, for example, you're not getting any help from your direct sponsor, now it sometimes happens where there's a saying that says a dud leads to a stud. But now I'm saying this with utmost respect.
And it can also be that they are, like you said, new, but also maybe doesn't want to do the business as such. So that's why you want to then.
Oh, yes, good point. Because what happens is some people say, I don't want to build the business at all. I'm not interested in the business at all. I just want to use the patch. I'm sure you guys have heard that before. So, yeah, I can see people nodding their heads. Now, something that's very interesting, and we've seen this over and over our last 27-month journey, is we get a lot of people saying, we're not interested in the business. We just want to use the product. Because of this amazing product and the miracles and what this product is doing is 3-4 months later, people cannot help but share what the product is doing because people start to notice. I'm gonna give you guys an example. I don't know if Debbie is on the call. Let me see if Debbie is on. Yes, Debbie Lott is on the call. Now, Debbie sent me a message about let me go further back. About a year and a half ago, I put a post on Facebook, and I was telling the story of what the product did for my mom. As a lot of you guys know, my mom had fibromyalgia for 16 years, got onto the patch, and 3.5 weeks later, her life completely transformed. Pain that she had for 16 years disappeared. I was so excited about it, and I just put that on Facebook. And Debbie saw my post on Facebook and sent me a message on Messenger and said, Chris, I saw the message about your mom. Please tell me more about this. So I sent a bit of information to Debbie. And then I said to Debbie, why are you interested in wanting to use the product? You must always ask questions, because when you ask questions, you're going to find out what it is that the person is wanting to achieve. I think we miss out on a lot of things by not asking questions. So Debbie said, I've had lower back pain for about 10 years. And Debbie said she was on medication and nothing had helped, and she would like to try the product. So I gave Debbie the information. I gave her the retail price, $149 plus VAT and shipping. And I actually had a sleeve of X39 on my desk. So Debbie did an EFT into my bank account and ran off to Postnet, and I dropped it off that afternoon. And the patches arrived at Debbie. And about 3 weeks later, I get a message from Debbie. I'll never forget this. Debbie said, Chris, you're not going to believe this. My pain is 70% gone. I'd like to order another sleeve. How quickly can you get the patches to me? So I said, Debbie, I don't have patches with me at the moment. But what I can do is I'll have to purchase. It's going to take 3 to 5 days to get to my house. Then I'm going to have to send it to Postnet, and that can take another 3 to 5 days. So Debbie said, can't you get the product to me quicker? I said, well, I tell you what you can do. I'll give you my referral link, and you can sign up, and you can get the product at wholesale price. And I'll never forget, Debbie said to me, yeah, Chris, but I don't do the networky thing. And I said, Debbie, you don't have to do the networky thing. You don't have to say a word to anybody. So anyway, long story short, Debbie signed up, and every month Debbie was buying the X39. And about 4 months later, I get a message from Debbie, and she said, Chris, where do I find my referral link? So I phoned Debbie and I said, why do you want your referral link? She said, I've got somebody that wants to sign up. I said, so I phoned her. I said, Debbie, but I thought you don't do the networky thing. She goes, Chris, I normally don't do the networky thing, but this is different. People noticed the difference with Debbie, and Debbie just shared with what this product does. So that's a lot of times this happens with LifeWave, is people initially want to try the product, and then they say they don't want to do the business. But and Debbie's now become quite actively involved in the business. Debbie's on the trainings. Debbie's plugged in. We communicate. So Debbie knows what to do. But in the beginning days, a very similar situation is people that did not want to do the business are now. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I'm going to send you a heart back. I can't wait to see you in 2 weeks' time. So I'll never forget that story because it was just such a beautiful story of a person that is changing other people's lives because of what the product has done for them. And we see this on a daily basis. So what happens is people will sign up purely to use the product. And then what happens is they'll sign a person up, but they don't know what to do. And then they kind of like put the person onto the 333 group and go, just register and go onto 333 group and ask all your questions there. And this is what we call an orphan. And we see this, and all the people are doing, all people, they just want help. And what we do is, it's called RTS. Do you remember in the old days when you used to send a letter to somebody, and at the back of the letter you used to put RTS? Can anybody remember what RTS stands for? Type in the comment box. Can anybody remember what RTS stands for? I want somebody to type this first. There you go. Okay, return to sender. Oh, brilliant. Okay, I guess we're talking to the older generation on the call tonight.
That still wrote letters.
Still wrote letters. So RTS means return to sender. So what I do is, guys, Lucinda and we get messages like on a daily basis of people. What do I use for this? What patch do I use for that? How do I
What do I do with this? How do I sign up somebody? How do I do my e-wallet?
How do I set up my e-wallet? All that type of stuff. So what we do is it's called RTS. So what we do is the first thing we ask is, what is your membership ID number? And then I go into the back office, and then all I do is I just type in the person's membership number, and I see who the direct sponsor is. Then it might be somebody I don't know. I just go one level up. I go another level up. And normally by the third or fourth, sometimes even the fifth, then it's somebody that we know that is an active working upline. Now, I can just about guarantee you, anybody within the structure, looking at the leaders that we have in this beautiful team, we're going to find a working active upline. So what we then do is we find a home for the orphan, right? And it's just the most beautiful thing to see, because what happens is the first working active upline is actually not even aware that this person has fallen within the structure. So all we do is say, right, so your first working active upline is Sandy, or it's Wilson, or it's Carlo, or it's Tim, whoever it is. And then we put them in communication with each other. And that's what we're talking about with your line of sponsorship. And that's where we are here to help. You might also get a message from somebody within your structure, and you can also just go one or two levels up to see where they fit in the structure, which is very, very important, because even though we belong to This Is It team. Now, This Is It team, as some of you guys might not know, that was created by Steve and Gina Merritt, and it's the fastest growing team in LifeWave internationally. In fact, we found this out at the end of last year. Steve and Gina Merritt, not only do they have the fastest growing team in LifeWave, they've got the fastest growing team in the network marketing industry. And guys, this is the team that we belong to, the fastest growing team in the industry, which is an absolute honor and privilege. So anybody that's quite new, you see Team 333. All Team 333 is what I named our team 2 days after I joined LifeWave. So we are just like a team within This Is a team. Now, what also happens is there's a whole lot of little structures, little like little rivers. What do you call them? Arteries, like little arteries. And people have got their own little groups for their teams, and that all falls within 333. So what happens is you might get somebody like on the group that might tributaries. There we go. Thank you, Paul. Tributaries. So what might happen is somebody on the group might be needing help, but we need to make sure the working active upline is helping, because at the end of the day, we're building our own businesses, right? So everything we do has to be what we call an RPA. And an RPA stands for income producing activity. Yes, we're here to help. So the same happens for me, specifically when I do international travel and international trips, or I put something on This Is It Facebook page. I get messages from people like all around the world asking me to help. Guys, I would love to help everybody globally from every team in the world, but I've only got 86,400 seconds a day, and so do you. And we need to choose, we need to spend our time very wisely. So very quickly I can help a person, but what I do is I'm going to guide them in the right direction. So I learned this from a mentor a few years ago. Never give the person information, but tell them where they can find it. And a lot of times there, I do RTS, returning people to sender. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a very quick video clip. It's 1.5 minutes by Eric Worre. If you guys don't know who Eric Worre is, he's a legend in the network marketing industry. And I've actually got, if you go to my YouTube channel, I've actually downloaded his audio. It's the full 7-step GoPro system, which is on the YouTube channel. Anybody's welcome to have a look at that.
You can just learn so much from him when it comes to network marketing.
What's the name of the clip that we're playing now? You said to me, you sent it to me.
Can't remember what it's called at the moment.
Right. So, what's the name of it? Say goodbye, not say goodbye to your upline. What did it say? Come on, let me just quickly see.
Putting me on the spot here.
No, don't worry about that. Let me open here.
Kiss your upline goodbye.
All right. So we don't want to say kiss your upline goodbye, but you'll get the gist of it when you watch this.
You'll get the message that he's trying to share.
All right. Let me select this move here and play from there. And there we go. And we press play. Oh, I'm going to go one back.
I don't think you truly grow up inside of network marketing until you say goodbye to your upline. Let me explain. There's so much expectation tied into this upline relationship. This is my support system. This is my mentor. This is my coach. I'm on their team. And somehow that they're responsible for your success. I will tell you, for the most part, the 6- and 7-figure earners in network marketing, their upline was virtually useless. The upline was not great, so they had to become great. I think the best mentality you can ever have is to go to your upline and say, I want to thank you for introducing me to this company. You're my friend, but you're never, ever going to be my excuse for not going to the top. I'm going to pretend emotionally like I'm frontline to the company. I'm going to solve the problem. I'm going to build the team, and I'm going to enjoy our friendship along the way. You owe me nothing. I think once you make that shift, your business will begin to change, and you will take responsibility for growing your team versus comparing to somebody else that has some amazing upline that you wish you had. Let go of the mommy and daddy issues, let go of the abandonment issues, and just decide to build your business. Say goodbye to your upline with love and go build.
Okay, so we're not saying say goodbye to your upline. Don't say goodbye to us. We're here. We'll always be here to support you. We're not going anywhere. But what we're saying is, and look at George. I probably send George at least once a week. I send a message to George saying thank you for introducing me to LifeWave. At the same time, part of our team, we get messages weekly of people saying, thank you for introducing us to LifeWave. And, it's all about, you've heard Harvey speak many times. Your business will only grow up to where your leadership lid is. And you've got to expand your leadership lid in other words, for your business to grow.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is, as Paul was saying there, you've got to take ownership of the business.
Yeah.
Take ownership, because where you basically work from where you're at. So you remember I was talking to you guys about spillover and all of that. Some people tend to think that was put on a line where there was a power line and spillover. That's not the case. Two days ago when we were in London, George and I were talking about it. We were having lunch, and George, my upline, as you guys know, was put on a weak leg, on a inner leg. So George has got no upline support at all. And as you guys know, George signed me up. So I don't know what it's like to have spillover. That's a foreign concept for me. So if you do happen to get spillover, grab it with both hands and be grateful for it.
It's a bonus. It's like a cherry on the top. So it's never a given. So just touching on the video clip as well, it's definitely got to do with us growing and empowering ourselves, and then our mindset of becoming leaders in the field. And just to go a few steps back is like, why do we talk of line of sponsorship? Why do we do the send back to return to sender? So this is so that everybody can carry the load. Right? So make no mistake, if Chris and I had more time in our day, we would love to spend hours and hours in conversations with every single person in our team. But once again, we might have to make sure that it's an income producing activity. And within that, we have a lot of leaders in our team, and it's about sharing the load. And so that everybody along the way learns, because otherwise, if the downline just runs to us for an answer, there's this whole line of people, a gap that can benefit from this, and they are missing out. So this is how we build community and create a culture of helping and supporting each other, and everybody learns. So if your upline is not an active working upline, say for instance they only signed up a couple of months ago, or they only want to use the patches, then we reach up and we find your active upline. Definitely within Team 333, we can guarantee that there is strong leaders wherever you are situated. And then it's just about connecting them. And there's definitely an active upline wherever you are in the structure, and that we can reassure you with. Just another thing that we realized after being in London is how many people out there are building the business or wanting to do the business, are still new to the industry or the product, and don't have support because of where they are, and how privileged and lucky and I call it luck, but we have so much in place. We have the Toolbox. We have our weekly Zoom calls. We have our live events. We have a big event coming up now in June. We have Upline that pours into the business. George reached out and said he wants to speak to somebody that does this business and has been successful. That's how he got in contact with Harvey. Harvey then poured into us. So all of this is available for Team 333. So all of you guys have the resources to build this and take it further. And it's just about, spreading it so that we all can learn and grow and support each other. So I hope that also.
Yeah, and I'm glad you touched on the training side. As an example, if somebody within my structure had to send me a message with a person's phone number and tell me to phone that person, not a chance. That will never happen. That will never happen, because nobody's learning through the process. Yeah. So all it is, it's just education. I will do a 3-way call, and many of you guys on this call right now have had 3-way calls with me. I look at Helen. Helen would never have sent me, Chris, phone Uli. Helen didn't do that. Helen sent me a message and said, Chris, you need to meet this guy, Uli. He's an amazing guy. Can we get onto a Zoom call? And that's what we did. We had a Zoom call, but I did it together with Helen. I didn't do it on my own, because it would be very easy for me to go, don't worry, Helen, give me his number. I'll phone him and I'll get him signed up. What has Helen learned in the meantime, Helen hasn't learned anything. So that's why it's so important that every time that I'm interacting with anybody, listen, I'll go as deep as it's called working in the roots. We're working with people 20, 30 levels deep in the business. Who do we work with? People that want to do the business, people that put their hand up. You guys know me as the voice note king. I've had it where, some people have tried to phone me. Purposefully, I cannot take the call because I don't want to set a precedence. If you want to have a phone call, we will schedule a day and a time that we will have the call, whether it's a phone call for 10 minutes, whether it's a Zoom. And then it's very different when it comes to a three-way call. That's all scheduled. You have to manage your time, but it's very, 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 very seldom you'll see me do anything without the upline, unless it's a situation where, say, the upline is or the middle line is on an airplane or in hospital or something like that. There are certain emergencies and situations that we will jump in, but 99% of the time, anytime I'm doing anything, it's with
an appointment and
with the upline. That's right. What I wanted to mention is you either working for somebody, with somebody, or through somebody. So when you're working through somebody, you're working with the person, and then everybody learns at the same time. So I'm going to give you, I'll give you an example of just this weekend. So one of the first people that signed up with me, her name is Claire. Claire was living in Ireland at that stage. And Claire's been busy with different caring jobs, and she's got a busy schedule. And, she's got a very nice team going. I think on her one leg's about 5,000 people. That's because Claire signed up right in the beginning. Same as Helen. Helen's on the same leg where Claire's at, where you guys have got like 5,000-6,000 people on that leg. So you understand the gift of spillover. So I'm working together with Claire, as I do with Helen on the left leg. And so Claire is the person that signed up Warren. You guys all know Warren. Warren signed up 9 months ago, Warren Mayers. So it's because of Claire that Warren is in the business. So Warren, just before we left for the UK, that was about 4 weeks ago, Warren signed up Joanne that lives in Israel. So Joanne was just in South Africa while we were in the UK. And then while we were in the UK, Joanne invited Nikki to come to our meeting in Haywards Heath. Nikki came to the meeting in Haywards Heath, and then came to the London Forum. And Nikki came on the Saturday, and she signed up at Core. And then on the Sunday, right there and then during the lunchtime, Nikki advanced to upgraded to advanced. And I was talking to her yesterday, and it looks like Nikki already wants to upgrade to premium. So it's just amazing watching this whole process, but this is all happening in the background. So today, guess what I did? I've sent Warren a message, I've sent Claire a message, and I've sent Joanne a message. And I'm going to be organizing a Zoom call next week with everybody on the call so that everybody can meet each other. And then I set up a little private WhatsApp group there. So that's what I'm trying to get across tonight, is we'll be finding all the people to help, and Lucinda and I will be the ones stringing it's like weaving. We'll be weaving everybody together because I want everybody to know each other. Now it's going to be Claire's job and Warren's job and Joanne's job to be presenting for Nikki's people.
And share with her what she would need. Does she need any help? Hold her hand for a period of time until she can basically stand on her own feet and then fly. And then she knows exactly how to duplicate that whole process with the people that she signs up.
And then that falls in line with upline, exposure to upline.
Yes.
Guys, I cannot explain to you guys how important exposure to upline is. Because if a person is only exposed to you, they're seeing LifeWave as you. And that's it. That's all they're seeing. But by exposing to the upline, they can see there's something bigger within the structure. Then exposure to the next upline, they see something bigger. And then coming on to training, exposure to George, then Harvey, and then this is a team, so that they can see that we're dealing with a massive, massive organization. So upline exposure, very, very important. I'll tell you what happened is 6 months ago, I signed my brother up. Okay, anybody here signed up any family members? Anybody signed up any family members? Okay. They're a bit harder to get going, aren't they? They're a bit hard. I see everybody nodding their head.
We always say that's your training ground, right? Let it be your training ground. They're probably going to be the ones that give you the harshest noise. So, all good.
And it's hard because your family know you too well. They know the naughty things you did as a child, and they don't see you as the successful business owner, and they see your previous mistakes that you've made and all that type of stuff.
So remind you of everything, and they're very direct with what you've done before. You know, is it going to be the same as this or that?
So, long story short, we're staying with my brother, and so my brother and his wife Natalie came through to the London Forum because they were only exposed to myself and Lucinda. They were only exposed. And what then happened is I exposed my brother to Harvey. And they met each other on the Friday night when we had the presentation. Then on the Saturday, they spoke a little bit more. They spoke for quite a while, actually. And Harvey was able to say stuff to my brother that I wasn't able to. Not that my brother would take offense, and he didn't take offense to Harvey, but Harvey can be more direct and say things that I can't necessarily say. And by the time Sunday came, my brother and Natalie are so excited that guess what? They're going to start running the meetings in Haywards Heath already in 3 weeks' time while we're gone. But I was trying to get that going. Oh, Lucinda and I were trying to get that going for 6 months. But it's amazing. It took Harvey to help to get that going. So,
and it's just that magic of
that
the one removed and the upline that just makes them see it in a different light, in a different way.
And guess what's happening next week, Wednesday? Harvey has offered to do a launch call for my brother and Natalie on Wednesday night. So I'm so excited because my brother Nick is so excited. But it didn't start off like that, guys. It was like pulling teeth in the beginning. It wasn't easy. And it's a process. So it was quite nice me seeing it in action with firsthand.
And we also we said all of that. You know, we explained everything. Now somebody else says it in the same way or in 5 different words, and then they get it. I suppose it's the same as when you have a tutor. The teacher teaches one thing and the tutor says it in another way, and then you just get it, right?
Yeah, and I didn't want to say that's what I've been saying the whole time. I just zipped it. I was like the penguins at the end of Madagascar. I just smiled and waved. And I said, Harvey, thank you. So that's what we want you guys to start doing as well. And once you've done it once, you're going to kind of go, whoa, this is powerful. Guys, before LifeWave, I had never done a 3-way call before. I was petrified of a 3-way call. I was like, I don't get the 3-way call thing. It feels awkward. I felt awkward doing a 3-way call. It didn't feel right. You know why? Because I'd never done it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just pushing yourself a little bit out of that comfort zone. And had this first 3-way call, I thought, whoa, this is quite clever. You can actually talk to like 3 people, all of you on the same call. And then we had 4-way calls. I've had a 4-way call end up being an 8-way call. They were just adding more people onto the call. And guys, you can actually have a lot of fun with it. But it's so important because of the perception that you might say, people say, how long have you been in the business? Well, I've only been in the business for 3 weeks. But I tell you what, let's get onto a call with my upline. And guys, it might not be that naughty upline that in the middle that is doing nothing. It might be that line of sponsorship that you're going up
The active
to your first working active upline, and you pull them onto their 3-way call. Guys, it is so powerful. Exposure to the upline. I cannot emphasize how important that is. And I've jumped in with some people where their businesses are sort of stagnated a little bit. And I've jumped in a big way. Lucinda saw me do this in January. And Lucinda watched it. And you saw how this has been working by me jumping in with the teams.
And what we can definitely say, like we said earlier, any position in this team, there is strong active upline, and all of them are capable of that and are pretty much on the same standard as Chris and myself. So it's just a question of connecting with them, connecting with you, and setting it up. And that, like I said, that's how all of us learn and all of us grow and become stronger within what we're doing this as a business.
Oh, wow. Look what Tim just wrote there. Mm-hmm. Tim recently discovered you can even screen share on WhatsApp, making it even more effective.
I was just going to say, it's like Zoom on the go.
Yeah, no, absolutely amazing. So we'll always make sure that the person will be plugged. And let me tell you guys, there are amazing leaders in this team. And there's a lot of people that are in this team that are going to do this with or without us. Remember, we did a training just before going to the UK. We did the cards, flipping the cards to find your aces. What is an ace? An ace is a person that's going to do this with or without you. And you look at, I see Kate Feast is on the call. Kate, so nice to see you. So we all know Sandy Feast. Sandy Feast, do you think Sandy is worried about whether I'm in the business or not? Not at all. Sandy has taken complete ownership of the business. A lot of people, and that all, that's for a complete, that's for another training. That's more for a leadership training where we talk about raising your leadership lid, but taking ownership of your business. So the way we've got to see this is like your own little mini franchise. That's the way you got to see it. And basically you work from where you are, where you're at. Adelia asked about a launch call. Okay, so what is a launch call? Very quickly. This is where we talk about making manager. Making manager is the most important thing in LifeWave. So what happens is, the way that works is if you've got I'll give you an example of what will happen on Wednesday with my brother. So Harvey is going to do, my brother is going to be talking to a whole lot of his friends and people that he knows, inviting people to a call on Wednesday. So it's not like the main Zoom call that we do on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is more of a smaller private Zoom. Same presentation, guys. Everything we do, just remember, everything we do is duplicatable. So it's not a special presentation. Anybody wants the presentation, it's available. The presentation is done that anybody can read it. And all it is doing it with a small group of people. There might be about, let's call it, say, 10, maybe 12 people on the call. Harvey will jump in and he'll do the presentation. You have 10 or 12 people on the call, you're more than likely going to get 3 or 4 people signing up. Once these 3 or 4 people sign up, and like I said, people are going to join for different reasons. You might get a person say, I'm just signing up, I want to try the product. That's cool. You get back to us when you are ready. You might get some people, and we get this, where people see the business straight away and go, wow, I'd like to get this going. What do we do? Then we do exactly the same thing. That new person that has signed up, within 78 hours, within 3 to 4 days, we do exactly the same thing, and you do a launch call for that new person that has just signed up. And that's how we talk about running deep. And that's what we do with your working upline. So there are trainings on that, exactly what I've been talking about right now. If you go onto thisisitteam.com, I'm actually going to type it in here. Thisisitteam.com.
And while Chris is typing, I saw Benvinda saying that she would like some help. Benvinda, if you can just send me a private message with your LifeWave ID, we can track the line of sponsorship and connect you with your first sponsor, your first active upline.
There we go. Now you've just seen it in motion.
Yeah.
The person's just now on the Zoom has just been asking for information because maybe they don't have an active working upline. So they will message Lucinda. Lucinda will ask me to look, and then we'll find out, and then we'll marry them together. And that's how we do.
And it's always so beautiful to see that there's somebody in the downline putting their hand up and really wanting some more help, or where do I connect, or how do I do this? And then as soon as we connect, let the upline know, it's like, so excited, let's work, let's help the people. So it's just bringing the two together and connecting them. So that's why we're here, and that's what we can help. And then we all work together and spread the load.
And then also the last thing I want to touch on as well is Lucinda mentioned right in the beginning, guys, the toolbox. That is a document that other teams don't have.
And we saw it again in London now. It is a powerful tool that you guys have, and they will all give their forearm to have access to it, but we're keeping it within the team. This is where we want to share it, and everything is in there. And I would really urge everybody to go on it. Like Sandy Feast often tell people, go and read a chapter or a few pages a night, right? You don't have to do it all in once. Use it as a reference guide. Whenever you're looking for something, whenever you need something, go to the toolbox first. That's your reliable source. If you then can't find it, then ask on the group or reach out.
Well, thank you, guys. I can see that the comments already. I like what Tim said there. The toolbox is my go-to guide.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah.
Thank you, Tim. That's exactly what it is, guys. When I tell you the hours that it took to put that document together, when I say 300 hours, it probably I'm downplaying it a bit. You saw the hours I was working.
It's just an amazing resource and valuable to have.
No, just that's where my structured brain works. I like to have everything in one place. And you guys will see sometimes when I comment on the group, when a person asks a question, you'll notice what I do is I'll take a screenshot of that page, and I'll say page 187, or I'll say page 283. Everything you could think of. It's there,
and it also helps with the duplication. So it means that you can direct your team and your new brand partners to where the resources is. That saves you time and money, and we can all be more productive going forward. They then know what they need to do if they have a question. So it all trickles down.
All right, then what I'm going to do is, in closing off, I'm going to play another 1.5 minute video clip, also by Eric Worre, where he talks about why do people join network marketing. Such a powerful, beautiful clip. And it's something that I've been talking about. Lucinda and I, funny enough, have been talking about this topic for a while, where we talk about AI. Guys, yes, AI is a beautiful tool that we're using it correctly in the right hands. But we've got to start thinking 5-10 years down the line of how everything is getting more and more streamlined and automated, because all these corporations, at the end of the day, it's about their bottom line. And it's squeezing people out of the workplace because of AI coming in. Guys, when we have a look at what AI is capable of right now, do any of you guys sometimes, if you look at ChatGPT and Meta and all the things you can do, and now they can actually make, Meta can make me. or a ChatGPT can make me, my voice, and look just like me. Guys, have you taken a step back and gone, it's a little bit scary where we're going, but can you see what's going to happen in the job world? That, yes, it's all fun and fluffy now. We're all playing with these cool little tools and everything. But guys, I don't think we've really thought 5 years down the line of how many jobs are going to be redundant because of AI. And guys, this is where network marketing is going to be the safety net to be helping so many people. So, oh, look at that. Liesel just said AI is going to take over 60% of jobs. Thank you, Liesel. Thank you for that. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know it. It's scary. Yeah.
The beautiful thing is we have an answer, and we are a bit of ahead of the times, knowing what we're knowing. So it's what you take from the technology and how you turn it around to use it to your advantage.
And in network marketing, as we know, guys, this is all about relationship. It's all about relationship marketing. No AI can replace me.
Yeah.
No AI can replace Lucinda,
yeah,
Helen, Joe, Kate. No AI can replace us. And that's where, guys, the network marketing industry, listen carefully to what I'm going to say right now. Did you know that the network marketing industry is recession proof? The network marketing industry is recession proof. It's normally during a recession is when the network marketing industry goes up. Well, I just look at what LifeWave is doing now. I mean, we're breaking all records where they say there's normally a slump in certain times. LifeWave is just doing that because of what we have our hands on right now. And last thing I want to touch before I play the video is, guys, we need to start preparing ourselves for what is to come. Some of you might not know this. When we were in Dallas at the Be the Light convention, I don't know if you guys watched the recording of a guy by the name of Mickey Willis. Okay, so Mickey Willis was doing a talk, and they launched the documentary 2-3 years ago called The Plandemic, and the other one is called The Great Awakening. Now, these documentaries have had over 1 billion views. Not 1 million, not 10 million, not 100 million, not 500 million, 1 billion with a B, billion views. And he spoke on the stage. Guys, if you haven't watched it, go onto the YouTube channel and find it. It was an amazing talk. Him and David Schmidt were speaking. David Schmidt and LifeWave and Mickey Willis and the whole studios are making a documentary on LifeWave, David Schmidt, and the patch technology. And this documentary is going to go out for all of us towards the end of the year. So and let me tell you guys, when 1 billion people are going to be watching this documentary, everybody, it's going to stop.
It's going to become
the buzzword. It's the buzzword already, but it's going to become even more of the buzzword. And we need to make sure, guys, we speak to every human being we can think of now, plant that seed now.
Yeah.
Because when that goes out, the people are going to remember and go, hey, Chris sent me something about these stickers, patches, X39, something like that. So the people will always come back to you. So, guys, we've got a window period now.
And work it in your advantage. Plant those seeds now. And just say, something big is to come. And when it then hits, then you can say, I shared this with you. Remember, if you are interested in building a business, I'm here. I'm doing it full time. I have the experience for X amount of years. And, you'll know what to say for each individual person.
All right. Then here's the next clip by Eric Warrior. It's also only about 1.5 minutes long. Let me just go to the next page. There we go.
All right. Why do people join these companies? What is the attraction?
I think, Larry, people are ready today more than any other time in history to be their own boss. Technology is wiping out jobs. Technology is wiping out industries. The human value is going down and down and down as technology goes up and up and up. And people are saying, I don't want to fit in some other system anymore. I want to be my own boss, but they don't know how to do it. Do they have a good product? Do they have enough money? Do they have the expertise in order to be able to do it? But if there was a way for a person to start their own business without a lot of risk, and they could flex that entrepreneurial muscle, see if they have the chops, they're interested. So it's making a big difference. People are taking that step.
Are you fighting the Amazons of the world, or are you on a parallel line?
Well, Amazon is a unique, as you know, they're taking over the world, right? There's these few companies that are absolutely changing distribution. But what they don't have is word of mouth advertising. They don't have a network of passionate people who believe in the product, sharing it with other people. We provide a really important educational need in the marketplace. We educate people on products that will be valuable to them. We don't really deal with commodities as much. We just deal with products that are valuable that we can help to inform somebody else about.
There you go. How awesome is that? Yes, he's talking about how important the network marketing industry is in this world, how important it is. And they say there's something that all these companies would pay millions to have that they don't have, but we do. And that's word of mouth, the fastest way of getting a product into the world. And what's more beautiful, as George says, the money that we earn through LifeWave is an expression of what this product is doing for people. And in my view, network marketing it's in its purest form, redistribution of wealth, and it's a very spiritual business, network marketing. So in closing off, Lucinda just wants to quickly touch on the City Hop. We're going to be 3-4 more minutes, but this is exciting, guys.
Very exciting. So we are literally just unpacking our suitcases, taking all the winter stuff out and putting some more summer stuff into our suitcases and hitting the road next week. So just in brief, most of you know what all of this is about, but just to recap, the City Hop Roadshow Tour is really just us putting it out there, connecting with you all and saying we are here, plug in and use this opportunity. Really go out there, upline, connect with your downline, find those people that have people in different places, cities in and around South Africa, connect with them, motivate them, invite them through. Once again, the morning session will be for new people so they can come listen to a presentation, hear some testimonies. The brand partners come for the full day. The training guys that we're going to put together is going to be next level. We have learned so much at the forum. We are tweaking our own presentation that we did in London, and it's just really a way for you guys to leverage on what we put out there, right? So grab the opportunity. The links are out. If anybody doesn't know how it works or have any questions, you can either contact the representatives, the leaders, the hosts in every city and ask them, reach out to me. But it's really just something that we're doing for the team, right? And this is something that we're basically going to do every year. So and around this time. So know that it's happening, use it to your best advantage, and let's grow your business from strength to strength. We are only here to help you guys serve as best as we can and grow this team and patch South Africa as fast as we can. We have to do that, and we have to, now that we know with Mickey Willis, we know what's happening with AI, we know that these other, people having their eye on South Africa now. So let's be proactive and let's us be the strongest leading team that is in South Africa, and then obviously also stemming outside of that to other countries in the world.
So we start off in Bloem. Where's Jessie? I've just asked Jessie to be co-host.
Okay, and Bloem is almost...
Published schedule. Tim, we've got the schedule. Lucinda's got all the links for all the different places. So we'll put that out on the groups. So it's going to be Bloem, Cape Town.
Cape Town, PE, Plett, Durban, White River. So 6 cities over 8 weeks, just because we've got public holidays.
And Jessie just said that there's 45 people ready for Bloem. Jessie, where are you? Put your camera on, Jessie. Hello,
yes,
Jessie.
I'm here, but I can't see you. We haven't had electric for 5 days, so I can't be on the Zoom that the people can see me.
That's okay. You look fine. Did you? I see you didn't brush your hair, but it's okay. Don't worry. It's fine.
No,
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was raining 30 mil for the first time in the Karoo on Monday, and we were out of power till this afternoon, 5 o'clock. Terrible, but I'm so delightful to tell all the people we are now 45 people joining for Bloom, and we're still missing, I think, 8, that we want to be 55.
So there is still
Wow.
some space. So if you have
Yes,
anybody in Bloemfontein, please reach out to JC. And if
yes,
we go over, we'll make a bit of a plan. And then Cape Town as well. We've got a bigger venue in Cape Town. And if you are anywhere close to, like Chris always says, guys, we are driving from Johannesburg to Cape Town. So we don't want to hear any excuses that you're an hour away, 2 hours away. Come and meet with us. Come and share the day with us. You are going to grow, learn, change, expand so much. So just make it happen for yourself. And we're looking so forward to that. The other towns we're still working on. I know Plate P is rocking and rolling. Durban is later, only at the end of March. So we've got some time. And then White River. So wherever you are, whatever province, come to us at these events. They're going to be powerful.
And then in closing off, I'd love Jesse. Guys, Jesse, we've known Jesse for a couple of years. And you know what I love about this industry is you become family. You become
yes,
family. The relationships and the friendships you make in this industry are bonds stronger than friendships I've had anywhere else in my entire life. And Jesse
yeah.
and I, we talk on WhatsApp message at least 4 or 5 times a week. Jesse, you've been in the industry for nearly 3 decades, and I'd love your wisdom to sum up what we've really, in a minute or two, sum up what we've been talking about on this call from your level of experience and knowledge.
Chris, yeah, you're always on me, and I didn't prepare, but in network, there's only 3 things. The first one is relationships, as you said. That is the most important thing that you can do. And the other one is a skill. You know what? All of us can learn a skill. It doesn't matter how old are you, where you stay. I'm staying in the middle of nowhere. And can I tell you, I helped 25 people to buy the special last week. Why? Because I was helping them, training them how to do it, tell them the benefits. And that was such an amazing to see 8 people who was not active, who get active with the special. And that's what I said. Network marketing, relationship, trust, honesty, skill. Learn that skill. And if I can do it, sitting in the middle of bloody nowhere, you can do it too.
Oh, Jesse, love you to bits.
Can't wait to see you.
Can't wait to see you. That's it, guys.
Yeah.
We can do this anywhere in the world. Jesse is in the Karoo, guys, in the desert in the middle of South Africa, building a massive, massive business. So that's what's so beautiful about the technology we have. Thank you. Thank you. That's one good thing that came of COVID is that we all learned about Zoom, and it's made us more of a global village. So thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Guys, thank you for taking the time out for the training this evening. I hope you guys got something out of it. And from our side, we just want to say thank you,
everybody,
to each and every single one of you. And we cannot wait to see you all on the Zooms and at the live events. Yeah. So guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you all soon. Love you all. Good night, everybody. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.